Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Steven.
大家好，我是 Bernice。
Today's date is April 27th.
我们今天要讲的呢，一样是个2天的课程哦。好，那我们今天要讲的是行遍天下。
The title is Nara Prison, If These Walls Could Talk.
要讲到 prison， 感觉会让人家觉得很害怕，对不对？因为我们要讲到监狱的这个东西。然后，但是呢，我们今天要讲的这个监狱呢，不是让一般的人会觉得说啊，好像毛骨悚然的感觉。它是要把监狱变成一种博物馆。但是呢，后面讲了说，如果墙壁可以说话。有没有？这个感觉好像要去见证他们的一些历史。那这个地方呢，是在日本的奈良的一个新地标。
Yeah, so in English, when we say that a place has seen a lot of significant or important events or secrets, we would say, if these walls could talk.
哦，对啦，没有错，因为它是一个地方嘛，没有人在里面，所以只有墙壁会告诉你一些重大的事件。
A former Japanese prison is turning into a new landmark.
好，讲的是呢一个former 就是之前的。之前呢，日本有一个这个监狱，目前呢，现在正要蜕变为新地标咯。
Right, let's get started.
好的。
Nara Prison, if these walls could talk. In 1908, Japan was nearing the end of the Meiji period, which began in 1868. During this era, the country focused on developing industry and centralizing political power. Japan built railroads and factories, reformed its tax system, and changed public education. Another important part of its modernization program was the construction of new prisons. Nara Prison was built during this time as part of the government's push to modernize the nation. Its design combined Western-style red brick with a traditional Japanese tiled roof. At its center stood a watchtower with 5 long buildings extending outward from it. This design was meant to help guards keep an eye on the prisoners. After 1946, the building was changed into a juvenile prison that housed young offenders. It offered educational programs in the hope that upon release, these prisoners could return to society and find employment. Nara Prison ceased operations in 2017 because its aging structure was no longer considered safe. Due to its unique appearance and historical significance, the government recognized it as an important cultural site. Today, the former prison stands as a powerful symbol of Japan's early modernization efforts.
In 1908, Japan was nearing the end of the Meiji period, which began in 1868.
好的，这个第一个句子讲的是在1908年的一个历史，那个时候日本呢刚好接近，所以 nearing 刚好接近一个结束。什么样的一个结束呢？它讲的是日本的明治时代 ，which 就当然要加逗点啦，因为讲的是前面这个明治时代。明治时代如果老师没记错，它可能长达有40多年的一个历史。这个时代是开始于1868年。
Yes, and I want to call attention to was nearing the end. A lot of my students will be like, I thought ing meant 现在, like right now.
对。
But here we see the be verb is in the past tense, was nearing the end. It's saying that in 1908, at that moment, Japan was nearing the end. In that moment, that was what was happening.
对，所以看到 ing 老师的意思就是说，也不是每一次都是发生在现在啦，你还是要看它前面搭配的 be 动词。所以这边的 be 动词讲的是过去嘛，所以它是讲过去的那一个时刻发生的这个事。
也可以说就是过去的那个时刻，他们那个时候正在
对
在干嘛干嘛的，
当下正发生什么事。
Exactly. During this era, the country focused on developing industry and centralizing political power.
好，所以呢，他们即将要结束这个明治时代的时候，为什么他们要结束这个时代呢？因为呢，听说啦，在明治时代那个时候呢，是一个剧烈的这个改革的一个时期啦，所以那个时候呢，在那一个时期里面呢，好 ，this 就是在那个时候明治的这个时期里面呢。该国就是日本啦，日本那个时候他们专注在，所以你要记得还是要用过去式，所以 focus 要加个 d， 着重在什么事情上面呢？你后面有一个 on 这样的介系词，所以你后面的动词当然要加 ing 了。他们想要强化自己的国家，对不对？所以他们要发展工业，并且集中他们的政治权力，也就是他们希望成为东亚强权啦，所以他们要开始做这样的一个事情。
In this sentence, instead of era, you could say time period. But an era is a long, distinct period of history. So a lot of times you'll see this word being used, okay? And then focused on doing something. So make sure the verb that comes after focused on is in the ing form.
Yes.
Okay? And then here we see focused on developing industry and focused on centralizing political power. So the verb after and is still in ing form because it's still part of focused on something. Okay? Japan built railroads and factories, reformed its tax system, and changed public education.
好，那他怎么样想要成为这个富国强兵的国家呢？所以日本那个时候呢就开始 built， 一定要用过去式，好，本来原本是的。然后改成了 T， 他们那个时候就开始去建造他们的铁路啦，还有一些工厂啦，并且呢要去 reform， 我们知道这个 re 就是有 again 的 form 就是形成的意思，所以呢重新的去改革他们自己本身的一个税制 ，tax 是税 ，system 是它的系统，并且呢他们也要去改变什么呢？公众教育，我们知道因为这个教育是非常非常重要的一环，所以他们对于公共的教育也要去改变。
Yeah, so a lot of times, a lot of my students, they'll see words and they'll be like, I've never seen this word. It's so difficult to remember, right? But sometimes some words, they will have the same root or the same suffix, such as reformed. It has re. Whenever you see re, well, not always, but a lot of times, it will usually mean something is being repeated or redone. In this situation, if the sentence had said formed its tax system, that means that there was no tax system before. But here we see reformed. That means that it was being done over or done again in a different way. That's why reformed can be maybe easier for people to know what it means.
对
Okay, and it means to make a change in something in order to improve it.
Yes.
Okay. Another important part of its modernization program was the construction of new prisons.
好，所以我们刚才讲了好几种他们要做这样的一个富国强兵的目标啦，好，包含刚才讲的建这个工厂啦、铁路啦、改革税制，其中还有另外有一个 another， 所以还有另外一个也是相当重要，他们的现代化的计划的有一部分。就是什么呢？他们想要对于现在他们当时的一些监狱的部分，他们要建造新的监狱，也就是说，可能旧的监狱呢，他们要把它这个，比如说改造啦，或者是可能要移除掉啦，然后现在要来建造新的这个监狱。
Yes, and a lot of my students will say another and the other. What's the difference, right?
很多人到高中都还不会呢，不要说到国中，对不对
？So another is 另外一个, right? It means that maybe there are other options as well.
是的。
But if you said the other, 就是感觉很像只有两个选项。
你没得选，
没得选，
因为它已经加 the 了。
另外一个, okay? So 这个 another it means that there are other important parts, okay? And modernization, that word is a little long. Just read modern and nization, modernization programs, okay? All right, so let's take a short break.
好的。
Nara Prison was built during this time as part of the government's push to modernize the nation.
好啦，所以接下来我们就要开始来介绍一下，到底日本要建造什么样的一个新的监狱呢？它的名字叫奈良监狱。这个奈良监狱是被建造出来，所以你在用的是 be 动词加 PP。 during this time 就是刚才讲的明治时期结束之后的这样的一个时期，他们就开始建造出了奈良监狱了。然后它要成为呢政府的一个部分，哪一个部分呢？是政府要去 push。我们知道 push 原本就是有推你这个人，所以这边就是推动的意思。就是当时呢，他们的政府想要推动国家的这个现代化嘛。我们刚刚第一段有讲了，日本想要富国强兵，所以他们要走向现代化的这样的一个发展。所以呢，就是这一个推动国家现代化的其中一部分。
The as in this sentence.Nara prison was built during this time as part of the government. You could also say to be a part of, okay? So that's just another way to think of it in case you think it's difficult to understand the different meanings of as.
对，因为 as 确实蛮多意思。
Yeah, it's used in a lot of different places. And this sentence is being used as to be a part
对，
of.
当做。
And then here, another option you could use instead of push is drive or motivation. Okay, the government's drive to modernize the nation or the government's motivation to modernize the nation.
Okay.
Its design combined Western-style red brick with a traditional Japanese tiled roof.
好的，所以你可以看到这个句子呢有一个 combine 一定要 combine A with B， 要把两个东西合并在一起。所以这个监狱他们要怎么样去改造呢？第一个他们就要把这个监狱里面的设计呢融合了西式的红砖，然后第二个呢，它要加上所谓传统他们日本的这个瓦顶，所以你可以看到 tiled roof 也出现了。
Yeah, so combine A with B. A lot of times when we're learning English, we hope it's combine one word with one word, so it's easy to see. Here we see Western-styled red brick and traditional Japanese tiled roof. So they're very long A's and very long B's. But what you have to do is just recognize the adjectives until you get to the noun, okay? So brick is the noun for A, and then roof is the noun for B.
Yes.
All right, so just every word in front of that noun are just descriptive words or adjectives. So try not to be thrown off by that. Instead of using the word combined in this sentence, you could use words like fused, F-U-S-E-D, which 融合 or mixed, right? M-I-X-E-D. These are all just different options. At its center stood a watchtower with 5 long buildings extending outward from it.
好的，这个监狱呢有一个非常大的一个特点啦，它这边就讲说是在监狱的这个中心，所以中心只有一个点，所以你用的接系词是用 at。就在这个监狱的正中心呢 ，stood， 我们知道这个 stood 就是站在那边，耸立在那边，所以你如果要换成这个 rose 也可以 原本是 R-I-S-E， 你换成 R-O-S-E 好，或者是 sit。改成 set， 所以那边呢有一个所谓的瞭望台，就在它的正中心这个地方耸立着一座瞭望台。那这个瞭望台有多大呢？他说这个瞭望台呢差不多有5座长形的这个建筑，所以有5 long buildings， 然后它是往外延伸的。这边的 extend 要加 ing， 因为你出现了第二个动词了而且呢，你前面有一个 with 这个介系词，然后所以呢，你后面的动词当然要加 ing 了。所以呢，它这个瞭望台呢往外延伸，延伸是怎么样呢？从塔这个地方，然后向外延伸。好，所以用 from 就从这个塔本身往外再延伸这么长。
Yeah, so here in this sentence, we see the verb stand in the past tense form, stood. Stand in this sentence means the watchtower, since it's tall, it's an object or building that's situated in a particular position. So it's just kind of using a verb to tell you the watchtower is situated or located in this way. But stand as a verb later on in this lesson today will be used in a different way. So just put a pin in that or remember that word and we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
When we're composing English sentences, it's very important to think of it like painting a picture. You want to make sure that everything you're telling is being told in a way that's very clear. Because a lot of times when people are trying to compose a sentence, they have too many things that they want to say at one time. You kind of just have to take it bit by bit, okay? In this sentence, you're saying first talking about that watchtower in the center of these buildings, and then you have 5 long buildings extending outward from it. Okay, so when we say that something extending outward, it means that it's going out or away from a place. So then here you're just saying each part different, like separately. So you're not saying it all at one time.
对，老师的意思就是说呢，很像写句子，很像在画画一样。你不能今天要画一张图片，你什么想画的全部挤在一张图片里面，你会让看的人也会觉得压力很大。天哪，你这个图片的主题到底是什么？所以呢，这个句子虽然说它很长，然后有很多的它要表达的意思在里面，但是你还是要把它分阶段性的去表达。
Yeah, so here extending from it, you could take out outward, but outward, this is just adding an extra layer of letting you imagine that it's going away from it.
没错，因为本身 extend 它就是延长、延伸，所以延伸没有人往内延伸，一直往外的嘛。
Yeah. This design was meant to help guards keep an eye on the prisoners.
This design 它这样子的做一个设计，原本的意思 was meant to， 或者你可以说 was intended to，intended， 它原本的意思就是说呢，可以帮助这些 guards， 就是在这个监狱里面的这些狱警啊，可以 keep an eye on， 把一颗眼睛丢在上面，意思就是说呢，我要好好的仔细的盯着你，所以我要看守它里面的这些囚犯，所以才把这个塔用得这么样的高。
Yeah, 这个 keep an eye 是蛮常用的。
对。
Okay, all right, let's take a short break.
All right.
After 1946, the building was changed into a juvenile prison that housed young offenders.
好啦，接下来这个监狱呢也做了一些稍微的调整。他说，在1946年之后呢，这样子的一栋建筑物呢就被改了，所以 be changed into 被改成什么东西呢 ？Juvenile prison。什么是 juvenile？ 就是青少年了，就年纪比较轻的这一些犯罪的这些人，就把它关在这个里面了。那这个prison 里面是 housed， 我们在这边 house 当动词啦，就这个监狱里面，它主要是收容什么样的这一些所谓的犯罪的人呢？当然啦，就是 young offenders。我们知道这个 offenders 当然就是指罪犯了哈，但它是跟 criminal 比较不一样。criminal 就是你已经被定罪了啊，你就是犯了一个什么什么罪。offender 就是可能你触犯了比较轻的。好，当然也有可能是严重的一些罪行，那这时候就把你关在这个地方。
就是 offend 这个动词就是得罪嘛，
对。
但是 offenders 加 er 就是一个有曾经做过违反的事情。
是。
那 house 要记得有动词的话，还是有个 z 的声音、house。OK， 那如果是名词就是 house，后面是 s 的声音。It offered educational programs in the hope that upon release, these prisoners could return to society and find employment.
好的，所以这个监狱呢，它也做了一些教育的一些东西在里面了。为什么特别在1946年做出这样的一种，就是改变成这样的一个青少年罪犯的少年监狱呢？因为呢，在这个监狱里面，它提供了有一些教育的 programs 的一系列的课程 ，and hope that 就是为了希望，其实他们原本的意思就是希望说呢。Upon release， 这个 upon 就是一怎么样就怎么样，所以它是一个介系词哦，所以你后面的 release 用的也是名词，也就是当这一些青少年的这些囚犯一当他们被释放，因为青少年可能他们的判的刑就会比较稍微的轻一点，然后也不会像这个重刑犯可能一次就比如说终身监禁或怎么样，那所以有一天你有可能会有这个释放的机会，所以当你释放出来的时候呢，这一些囚犯呢，出狱之后就可以怎么样回归到社会里面。那你回归到社会要怎么样改造你呢？当然第二个就是要帮助你找到 find a job， 所以这 employment 就是要得到你可以有一个工作，那这样才可以跟社会更加的接近。
Let's take a short break.
好的。
Nara Prison ceased operations in 2017 because its aging structure was no longer considered safe.
好啦，可是呢，这个奈良监狱呢，它只要在这个2017年cease 就是 stop 他要停止他的 operations， 在2017年。为什么这样的一个监狱又经过了改造改革，然后呢，他又帮这个青少年提供了一些教育的课程，可他却要做这个停止运作？原因原来是因为他的 aging structure。逐渐慢慢衰老的这一些所谓的结构啦，已经没有办法被人家认为，所以 be considered 记得要用被，没有办法被认为说是安全，所以可能他需要把它这个停止运作了。
Yeah, so 运作 in this sentence is operations. Okay, but operations is the same word for 手术。A lot of my students would be like, 不是手术吗？很多英文的名词它会有
要动手术，
不同的一些的意思，要稍微注意一下。Due to its unique appearance and historical significance, the government recognized it as an important cultural site.
好啦，那可是呢，这个监狱确实也在历史上有一些意义嘛，所以呢，虽然呢他们要停止运作了，那日本的政府呢，就是 due to 因为这个监狱呢，它有这么样一个独特，当初创造这个西式建筑跟日本的这个屋瓦这两个的这个设计，对不对？所以因为它有这个独特的外观啦，还有呢，它有这些所谓历史上面造就的这个意义 ，historical 的意思就是跟历史相关哈，或跟过去的一些历史背景有关的这样的一些意义呢，所以日本政府呢就认为说，我要把它认定 recognize， 就是认定它呢成为一个什么呢？相当重要的文化遗址。
Today, the former prison stands as a powerful symbol of Japan's early modernization efforts.
对啦，所以到了今天呢，目前这个 former， 因为它已经停止，2017年就停止运作了嘛，所以我们就把它称之为这个之前昔日的这个监狱呢，现在呢已经怎么样呢 ？stand 这边的 stand 就是有点作为什么样的一个身份而存在，
Yes.
所以它现在存在的这个身份呢，就是一个 powerful symbol， 相当强而有力的一种象征。对于谁的象征呢？就是日本那个时候早期对于现代化努力的一种象征。
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to find out more about Nara Prison, so we hope to see you then.
OK， 拜拜。